The Nuggets have had a terrific season, but every time they run into Golden State, they just have nothing for them. And let's pick it up here early action. Just watch Steph Curry just sort of baiting people into a false sense of security and then racing to a spot and knocking down a three. Keep an eye on Steph.
And these are all set plays. Andre Iguodala had zero opportunity to attack the basket. He knew he was going to Steph for that jump shot.
You want to attack the basket? Kevin Durant. Look at him throwing it down. Look who's in attendance to see it. Antonio Brown. He loves it. Watch KD.
AB looking like new money.
More from Kevin Durant here. Count the defenders that just dive out of his way on this play. You're not getting in the way of that.
Greeny, people underestimate the fact that Kevin Durant's functioning like a 7-footer out there on the basketball court with all of the requisite skills.
Get 17 in the first half. Warriors up 16. Now here comes the bad news for Golden State. They're up 21. That's not part of the discussion. But Durant thinks he gets fouled here on the three. There's no call, and he's barking. And he's barking at the officials all the way down the floor. And ultimately, he's going to get a technical foul. And then if you keep a close eye on his face, and we're not going to slow it down for you, you're going to see, if you can read lips, you can tell what he says to get his second technical, and he's thrown out of the game. By the way, 15 techs on the year now, one away from being suspended. He leaves with 21 points. So that's the bad news. The rest of it is all good news for Golden State last night. DeMarcus Cousins, they're up 26 points at this point. And just look at him. Just look at him working in the lane. 28 points, 12 boards, 5 assists for Boogie Cousins. Looking to the Nuggets bench, wondering where they all are. No one can stop that guy. Warriors, in a game that wasn't as close as the final score, knock out the Nuggets again, 116-102. So now, Golden State up 2 games on Denver with 5 games to play. Denver would need 3 more wins than Golden State the rest of the way to secure the top seed due to the tiebreaker. So that seems extraordinarily unlikely. And listen, we just mentioned it's been a year here. For this entirety of this year, you have been singing the praises of the Denver Nuggets, and rightfully so. But the reality is there's Golden State's level and there's Denver's level. And every time they play each other, that seems to come out.
Greeny, Laura, that's exactly right. What has happened is the Golden State Warriors understand that the playoffs are coming. They won 3 of the last 4 championships. It is not just Denver. It's everybody else in the West and in the NBA. DeMarcus Cousins was starting in the All-Star game last year. He joined the Golden State Warriors. They won 73 games and won a championship. They added Kevin Durant. These are main performers in the game last night. The only 2 teams in the West that are going to push the Golden State Warriors to long series are the Houston Rockets, because they have a pedigree with Harden and CP. OKC is going to push them, possibly in the first round, because they have Russell Westbrook and Paul George.
There's been a lot of discussion about Boogie Cousins' role on this team. We saw him with a season-high 28 points last night. It's felt like a roller coaster ride at times, but what were you thinking as you watched what he did in this game?
It's a classic example of you need to play different styles in order to advance in the playoffs. And when they go against teams that, even though Jokic is terrifically productive, he's not very athletic. So with ground and pound type of players, Boogie's going to dominate them. Now, it's going to be the guys that do a lot of running, do a lot of cutting, do a lot of screening, do a lot of leaping that he may or may not struggle with in pick and roll action. But if you're right in front of him, he's going to be able to have an opportunity to be dominant.
The truly great teams, and I think this goes for any sport, can beat you however you want to play them, and that's what they have now. With Boogie, it is official. No matter what you want to do, they can beat you at your own game.